You're honoring the liminal space. You're honoring not knowing. You're honoring yourself. This is a space to sit with what's true, not to be led, fixed, or taught. Welcome back to The Quiet Becoming with Malika. So this video is specifically for those who may feel overwhelmed, lost, not knowing their next move, unclear or off, who may feel emotionally behind. I've been recognizing and noticing how much we are led to believe that we have to name exactly what we're going through, what we're feeling, and it often leaves us feeling even more confused, even more unstable. Why is there a need to explain how we feel, or why is there always a need to have clarity as the end goal? Why isn't it prioritized to kind of sit with what we're feeling and understand the emotion and just be present with it and accept it and learn from what the emotion, the signal is teaching our body, the communication that we're receiving intuitively, energetically, emotionally, like what is that feeling kind of teaching us? It can be so uncomfortable to say, I don't know. We often feel insecure even saying, I don't know. We want to pretend that we do know it all, when I just want us to get to a place to be comfortable with saying, I don't know. I think pressure interferes with honesty. I think when we're pressured to feel some type of way, we may jump to those conclusions, jump to a resolution, jump to stating something that's not quite true, and we can't be 100% honest with how we're feeling, relationally, if it's in our relationships, our friendships, in work, in, everyday practices. Sometimes the best thing to do is to feel. I am the type of person where I have to sit with whatever I'm feeling, and I don't know right away what's going on. I don't know. Like, I have to have these moments of introspection to fully understand what my body is telling me and what I'm feeling. Sometimes the language comes after the feeling emerges. It's important for us to not suppress that feeling, but to welcome it and invite it and sit with it and be present with it. When we are taking it slow, this protects our truth. We're not rushed to come to a resolution, or protecting our truth, our lived experience, our innermost self. What happens when we don't rush and we are in a society and a fast-paced world that encourages rushing fast, being seen, like instant gratification, instant validation, but what happens when we come into terms with our true selves and we don't need that external validation or that instant gratification? What softens when we don't force language? Can we really truly sit with our emotions and be able to articulate it? And we sit with these feelings and these intuitive communications and really understand what our body is telling us without suppressing the intuition, without suppressing the feeling and trying to objectify it and trying to turn it into logic. I think not knowing yet can be a form of care. You're honoring the liminal space. You're honoring not knowing. You're honoring yourself, the time you need to come to that terms of not knowing. And I'm in a stage right now where I don't know what's next, God is in control, and I'm fully relieved of that pressure to know. I put so much pressure on myself in my 20s, to know. Like, I'm in my 30s now and mid-30s. It's okay to not know. I don't know. I'm letting the experiences unfold, and I'm truly at peace with not knowing and not putting so much pressure to have a plan and have it figured out. And just experiencing the presence. I think that's a gift in itself. We don't know how to experience the present if we're constantly thinking about the past, constantly ruminating about what we're going to do this time. What's next? Thinking about the future, you know. So I think a gift is learning to appreciate the presence, the present moment, your present self, every stage in your evolution, like truly being connected to where you are in that moment and who you are in that moment, and connected and grounded to that person. Just having faith with knowing that you'll be all right and letting your experience unfold, I think that's enough. So this is what the quiet becoming is about. We become in those liminal spaces. We become in those moments of introspection. We become in those moments of not knowing. We become in those seasons where we are changing quietly within, you know, and not needing the recognition and not being able to articulate it or name what we're going through, but we know deep within that we are evolving and changing and shifting and growing, you know, and that's enough. So if you are growing, evolving, changing, if you are sitting with the unknown, getting comfortable with being comfortable with sitting with the unknown, I invite you to sit with me, and it will be more of this. That's all I wanted to sit with today. Thank you for sitting with me, and I hope you join me again on the floor.